care seeking and compliance to treatment and advice. Watch out. Let's go into the street and see what they have for us. Thank you. My name is Odufisun Ramata, a student of University of Lagos. What's your name, ma?
I'm Mrs. Maji Blessing.
Very good, ma. I have a question for you. I want to ask about disease prevention. How do you prevent disease in your home?
We prevent disease by keeping our environment clean.
Very good, ma.
Just like you don't expose your lavatory,
Very good, ma.
your surroundings. You keep it, you sweep it, and use a mosquito net to prevent malaria and all these sicknesses.
Okay, very good, ma. Thank you very much, ma. So, ma, in the process whereby someone is sick, because there are some people that prefers taking herb to taking child, or when someone is sick, or prefer taking herb than going to the hospital. What's your view, ma? Do you prefer taking herb or going to the hospital, ma?
My view in that area is that I don't go to herb. I don't take herb whenever I'm sick, or my children whenever they are sick. I don't take them to herbalists or to go and buy herbs for them. I take them direct to the hospital where we have experts in different disciplines. So I don't suggest going to have for medical treatment for treating any sickness. Going to hospital is the best.
Thank you very much, ma. Why do you think taking child to the hospital is the best? What are the benefits of it?
The benefit is that's where we have trained doctors in all disciplines. Like when you have gyno taking care of pregnant women, when you want to have a surgical like surgery, there are one that specialists for all those types of these sicknesses. So that is why it is preferable to go to hospital.
What's your view on breastfeeding? What's your view on breastfeeding as a whole?
Okay, I breastfeed my baby because of can go up, put on weight, getting can I say it? Brain and know something about everything, so your brain can sharp. And what again?
Okay, thank you, ma. So, like, for how many months do you feel a child can be breastfed?
Some people after 6 months. I stopped my baby breast after 1 year. What next?
Okay, ma. Why do you think like giving your baby breast for a year? I have some people that they feel like, yes, I want my child to breastfeed for 3 years. So my child will be very smart and very this and that. So why do you feel that giving the child breast for a year is okay for you? What's your view on that?
Okay, because of the baby knows to eat, so that is why I stopped the wine. When I stopped the breast, and she eat very well.
Okay, that's good. Okay, ma. So, what are those food you are adding to the food of the child? Since you said the child does not really take breast like that, so what are those food that you add to it?
She used to eat heavy food like Indomie, Semo, so food. She have plenty food.
As a father, how often do you think a child should be fed?
Depends on how often the child is hungry. Because if you is a child, whenever it comes hungry, you need to feed. If not, you will go outside and start eating, and that could cause another issue.
Okay, now, does the child need to be fed with food only, or do you need to add fruit to what the child eats?
Well, we need to be realistic about that. This is Nigeria. How many parents has the time to add food to the children? What most parents knows is the child should be fed very well. In terms of fruit, well, it's necessary, but because of the kind of society we are, even the parents, how often do they eat the fruits? So if you don't eat the fruit, how do you give the child the fruit? So it depends on who you are and how rich you can afford that.
Thank you, sir. So as a father, how do you think will prevent injury to a child? Do you think it's the work of the mother alone, or what's your own contributions to that, sir?
Injury. It's both the work of the parents and the society in general, because when you see a child that is going to get himself injured, maybe due to the kind of play he's doing, so as a parent, even though you are not the real parent, you have to try and caution. But to a long extent, I don't think we have much to control about children getting injured, because they need to play. Just that you need to restrict to the extent at which they have their time to rest, to play and some other things like that.
John, what's your view about immunization?
Immunization is very good for a child, because according to an adage that says prevention is better than cure, because it prevents the baby from getting infected, either when they started, when the breast milk are not sufficiently given to a child, it has its own disadvantage too. So when you give your child an immunization, it makes the child to be healthy. It won't give you any problem, and it will help the brain too.
Thank you, ma. Okay, what's your view on doctor's prescription? At times, some people when doctor prescribe drugs for them, they prefer going by their own distance so that it can work very well. What's your view on it?
That one is very, very risky, because there's this thing sent to me on WhatsApp. I saw a drug. Seeing it, you believe it's a drug, but it's not a drug. When they were removing it from the sachet, it was clothes. They pack it and it can cause damage. It shortens human life, so it's very risky. You follow doctor's description because you are not your own doctor.
Thank you, ma. So, ma, what's your view on fatherhood's contribution to taking care of a child? Do you think a mother can take care of the child alone without the assistance of the father?
It takes two to tango, right? So the mother has a role to play, the father too has a role to play, but it's better the two of them take care of the child.
I've come to the end of today's section on key household practices, and interestingly, I've been able to ask a lot of people's questions, and I'm able to get a lot of views from different people, the way people think differently, from different perspectives, and I've learned a lot. Sincerely, I've learned a lot. Actually, for example, from the people I interviewed in the aspect of breastfeeding, the woman said she stopped breastfeeding the child because the child doesn't like eating, so she had to add series of foods and she's okay with it. And in the child of taking care of it, providing fatherly role to the care of a child, there's some father that said not every people can take care of the child to some extent, but people are trying. Like some people are lamenting that the situation of the country, they couldn't afford to just give the child and add fruit to eat. So the man said that so far the child eats, so we should just leave fruit, that not everyone can afford it. And in the aspect of taking care of the child, the participation of both parents, a woman said that it takes two to take care of the child, that the woman cannot do that alone, that the father must participate in it. And interestingly, I've enjoyed my day.